Hey, hello everyone. How are we all doing today? I hope your day is going on well. My MC remains Okpe Oluwa Oni. Okay, so before I go further, let me just apologize about the sound today. So I'm not using my mic, but I just needed to drop this thought. I'm doing this from my car. I am about to enter another meeting, but this thought is very, very, very important, and I need to drop it out there, and just for the next 1 or 2 minutes, so that it can more or less juggle some thoughts in your mind. Okay, so juggle some thoughts in your mind. So today we'll be talking about how the world works. I'm not claiming to have an answer to everything, but I'm going to be talking about creating wealth and how the world works. You see, on the journey to creating wealth, we need to be very, very deliberate, and we need to understand how the world works. We're having a conversation, a lot of thoughts in my head. So it's unscripted. I didn't note anything down there, just thoughts in my head that is just jamming all together. There's a system that rules this world. There is a system that rules this world. In fact, what we see, hear, and can really touch physically in terms of what we know, how the world work academically, conventionally, or being spoken about, is just 20% of the runnings of this world. The things, they have 80% that are more or less like back end. Okay, there are 80% that are more or less like back end, from financing, from your health, from a lot of things that are back end, that is beyond what your eyes can see, that is beyond what your eyes can see, what your ear can hear, what your feelings, touches, and all of those things. That is way, way beyond that. And I'm going to give us practical example. You see, even if you look at life generally, even plants. I was just giving it a thought of reason. I have a small garden, and I realized that when we planted that garden, as soon as you want to just you can easily pull the garden out. You can easily pull the plant out of the soil. But it got to a point, the soil grew so much, the plant grew so much that if you try to just pull it out, it's literally going to lift the whole soil, because the root has grown very, very wide. That is telling us that as you see the plant is growing, the tree is going up, spreading its branches, spreading its leaves, everything. Everything is looking good, lush, and all of those things. That's the same pattern that tree is going deep inside the ground. So, what you can see physically is just minute. In fact, it's 20% of what is actually happening. So if, for instance, now you want to fertilize a tree, you don't fertilize the leaf, you don't fertilize the branch, you fertilize the soil, because the soil is what carries 80% of what is making that plant to grow. So that's the reason why you can see that you can plunk the whole tree, cut the branches, and at the center of water, that same tree triggers and start growing back, right? That's to tell you that there are systems that are running this world that are beyond what our physical eyes can see. And I'm sharing this because I'm not giving you any theory on how these things work. I just want you to juggle your mind so that you can make further research on how these things work. There's so much wealth that has gone from the realm of the physical at some point, where in the industrial age, it's all about the education system was designed around the industrial age. Everything was designed around the industrial age. But in the system that we run right now, it is beyond the industrial age. It is beyond the industrial age. See, and there are a lot of countries that understand this, and we need to really, really, really pay attention to it. A lot of things have been happening, that a lot of brain drain from the Western world has been happening, especially for those of us that are in Africa. And we need to pay attention, especially if you are watching from outside the country. You need to pay attention to the fact that this brain drain is actually strategic. There is a number, everybody needs the labor to fill up their industry. They need the labor to make the engine of the economy to keep growing. So basically, anybody that thinks that the Europeans are actually doing you a favor, they are not doing a favor. They understand the way the works works, and this is repeating itself. I mean, I always tell people that when you are creating wealth, you have to be a student of history, and you need to have that understanding. They are not bringing you to their country so that you can make money. They are bringing you to their country. Yes, they'll give you a better life, they'll give you free education, they'll give you everything, but that's it. You are the one that is they really need, and they are not bringing you so that you can become a multi-millionaire. But you have to now be smart enough to look at what are the opportunities in this economy that will make me grow beyond what has been designed for me to grow. What we have all been designed for us to see is what our eyes can see, what our mouth can, I mean, what we can speak with our mouth, what our eyes, our feelings, our nose can smell, our touches, and all of those things. But life is actually beyond that. So also is our finances. There are a lot of things that control our finances that are beyond what our eyes can see. A lot of people think, most of us, our thoughts are already being controlled, our thoughts are captured already, our minds are captured already, and we take decision not about the things that the decision we want to take. We actually take decision that has already been taken on our behalf somewhere in the boardroom. So you are more or less taking decision that has already been taken on your behalf. So you thought you are the one taking the decision, but in the real sense, you are not the one taking the decision. I hope this has joggled your mind a little bit, and you need to start paying attention to that which is unseen. And believe me, the world out there is not fair. I mean, there's a news, depending on where you're watching this video, I mean, going around about Airpeace. That's an indigenous airline company in Nigeria, and they started the Lagos-London route. I mean, and the demand on the Lagos-London route is something else. So they move people from Lagos to London on a daily basis, and they crash the fare drastically down, and they are, I mean, to about from as high as what's it called, to 4 million naira. They crashed it to like 1.9 million, and there are other, I mean, crashed it to even like 1.2 million there, but I can't remember the figure. Some of these other airlines that were charging far times 4 times 5 of that now crashed it below the price. They are now doing a price competition with Airpeace just because they want to take Airpeace down. Okay, so they are, I mean, the world will not play a fair game with you. They don't care whether you die, they don't care whether they rip you off. They do not care at all. They will not play a fair game with you, and that is one thing that you need to put at the back of your mind at every point in time. So the world is not fair. There are things that are controlling this world that are beyond what our eyes can see. So you need to start doing the following thing. Number one, start thinking, how can I make money beyond the realm that I am making money right now? Yes, it's going to be a very tough question for you to answer. It might even sound foolish, but write these questions down. How can I live life beyond the realm? I'm not saying beyond the realm that I am living right now. I think this is by far one of the deepest videos I've ever done. It's going to juggle a lot of stuff. Okay, how can I do business beyond the realm that I am doing business right now? There are realms to business, doing business, right? And how can I live my life beyond the realm that I am living right now? So my name still remains Opeoluwa Oni. So do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And in case you have any question or any further clarity on anything that I've taught, we've done almost 100 video right now, and I mean, it's been awesome. We are not slowing down. The frequency might reduce, but we are not slowing down. Okay, that'll be all for now. Bye. Love you all.